Welcome. This video is going to demonstrate how to make an orange peeler, which is part of the Higher Graphic Communication CAD Challenges set of models. To begin with, we're going to click on the New button at the top, select Metric, Standard Millimeter Part, and then click the Create button. Now we're going to begin by selecting the pencil on the top left to do a 2D sketch, and then the top work plane for this model. Now, looking at the drawing, we've got two C shapes to start with, and they're going to be created using circles. So I'm going to draw a first circle at 76 diameter, at 76 millimeters, and another one in the center at the same place, which is going to be a diameter of 82. Now we only want a quarter of the circle, so we're going to now draw two lines. Just one here, that's horizontal from the center, and one vertical. And we're going to use these two lines to cut the circle, and we can use the trim tool to remove those parts of the circle, like so. Now the next part of the model has two circles, so we're going to find the center of those circles by drawing a line from the center up, 39.2 millimeters, and then horizontally across. And then going to draw another line along horizontal from the bottom, 39.2, then up vertical, and where the two lines cross will give the center of our circles. So we can draw a circle from the center. First size is, as you can see, and the second size is 35. That kind of gets our shape in place. We now need to trim some of the lines we don't need. Remember, you need an outline shape for the model. So we can select those parts and trim these. Remember, you may need to go and zoom in closer. Sometimes the trim tool leaves lines that you don't really want, and it will stop the shape working. So we can remove these lines as shown. Just zoom all again so we can see. And there we have it. Now we're going to leave the fillets on our drawing till later. So we're going to extrude our profile shape up by 15 millimeters. There we go. The next part of a model, we need to, for the next part of the model, we need to do an offset work plane. So we're going to click on where it says plane and select offset form plane. And we can then select the top surface of our model. The work plane we want to draw is going to be about halfway down. So we select that surface there. We want to type in minus 6.5. Minus will mean the arrow will go down the way, and 6.5 is the size we need to come down. We can then draw on that work plane. Let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing next. Okay, so we now need to draw a line that comes from the center of the circle. If you select the project geometry button or then the circle, what that'll do, it'll transfer the geometry of the circle onto a work plane, which means we'll find the center much easier. So we can take the line tool and draw a line from the center, horizontally across this way first of all, and we can then go back and from the center and draw a line that we need this way, that's at 45 degrees compared to the top surface or top line. Just make sure the line's long enough than what you need. We can then come back and select the project geometry button this time and choose the curve. Again, that's going to transfer that curve's geometry onto a line. So when we take our line tool, as you can see, it'll select that curve and be an accurate drawing. So we want to draw a line along that line 5 mil and then one at a right angle this way. Again, make it too long. We can then use the trim tool to remove parts that we don't need. So we don't need these parts of the line here. And we can then go, just going to hit escape here, and remove these lines like so. You could also turn them into construction lines. Hit the green finished sketch button. Okay, we now want to extrude that shape. And we're going to extrude that shape. I'm just going to select it just now, down the way by 2 millimeters. Remember to change the direction if required, or for the extrude. If I come across the modeling tree, I can now right click on work plane. When you right click, you get a drop down menu, and I can untick the visibility to hide the work plane now, and it looks much better. Okay, we can now add the fillets in. So we'll click the fillet button. We're going to select these edges just here and we're going to fillet them. So we're filleting these by 2mm. There we are. And we also want to fillet these other 4 edges here. I'm going to select just now by 1.5mm to round off the ends of the orange peeler. And the same on the other side. And there we have it. Okay, so we can now add some materials to this like we normally do. So we can click on Tools and then Appearance. When the pop-up window opens up, we can search at the top for the appearance we want. Let's type in orange. Okay, when it pops up, we can come down and remember to go on the top line, so click the arrow to put it on the top line. Anything on that line can be added on. To select the surfaces all at once, I'll just drag a box around the whole thing. I can then right click and go Assign to Selection, and we've coloured it a nice orange colour. We can also go and make a nice rendering of this, so we can go up to this time to View. Select Visual Style as Realistic, and we can then go work our way through these menus. So we can add the shadows on, we can put reflections on if you wish. It's got a grey room selected just now. You can choose any one you like. I quite like 2 lights, but you can choose any one you like at all. And let's make it perspective. Now if you want to play with the lights, which you might need to do, come to Settings at the bottom. You might need to position the lights so they work better. To do a rendering, click Retracing. When the pop-up window opens up, load's good enough quality, and we're just going to wait for the slider to go along to the far right hand side. When it gets along to that side, click the Save button and save it somewhere and call it something sensible. Save it as a TIFF. And thank you for watching.